What's poppin'? Welcome back, or let's say, welcome to our new podcast. We are doing this for kind of a while in German, but we thought it would be a good idea to start here in English. So, for you guys, we are not native speaking English, but Dre is. So, if you guys don't know us, let us introduce ourselves, and we are also waiting for another dude to come in here who will also introduce himself. So, we're going to start with this guy right here. So, Costa Icarus, who are you?
Bro, I'm here. No, you are there.
You're here. In my screen, you're here, down there, for real.
So, I'm Icarus, you know who I am, okay? Blah, blah, blah. Fine, everything good. My question is, do you want me to speak with Greek accent English? Or do you want me to speak the German version of English? Just let me know, or I can just be myself. No, just kidding.
You can't do it for 2 hours. But people can write it down in the comment section if they want to hear you 2 hours with the Greek accent, man.
Malaka, I can speak with Greek accent as long as you want. Greek lover, never heard.
So, but who are you? Why should we listen to you?
You shouldn't listen to me, that's the funny thing. How do I describe myself the best? Short and funny. I'm a guy who did many mistakes. So listen what I have to say now. Okay, I'm just sharing my mistakes. I love to do it. And yeah, I don't know. This podcast format, for me, it's just I'm talking with two friends and it's recording. So
it's still bodybuilding. It's still bodybuilding, but a lot of off topic. What did you do in bodybuilding? So where do you compete? What is the class you're competing in? Just flex a little bit with your titles, man. You won some shows, so go for it. Okay. Nobody think it's a bad idea to say what you achieved so
I'm
far.
just an average amateur, average good amateur, and I'm chasing the dream. You know, nothing simple. There's nothing more than that. I won some titles, okay? No one will remember me in 100 years, but I'm trying to be remembered in 100 years.
That's a good answer.
And I'm doing classic physique, and yeah, I have small chest.
Also one of the best poses I know. So
I don't understand why. Look, we have to differentiate a good poser and someone who looks good in poses.
You're a good poser still.
I look good in poses, but there are many way better posers than me.
Yeah, but still.
Like you're a sensei, you're a teacher, you know?
Hello, gentlemen.
What's up? We're still introducing ourselves. Costa is still on.
He doesn't need an introduction.
Everybody knows who it is.
The guy that just joined, guys, is my mentor, and he made me who I am. This not successful bodybuilder. He is my coach and
average classic physique guy.
Yeah.
So, who want to start? Who want to be next? Lord or Rene? How else you want to call him?
Lord
or Dre?
Lord or Rene is the same person.
Lord of Rene. So, Dre, you're in the podcast. Sir. You're the first time in the podcast because the other one is in German. So, please introduce yourself. Who are you? What are you doing for a living? And do you also compete?
Can I introduce him just in one simple sentence?
Yeah, sure.
Nicest guy ever.
Thank you.
Done.
Thank you.
The nicest, hardworking guy ever, man.
Thank you. So yeah,
brother.
My name is Dre. I'm coached by Stefan. That's my coach. Currently, I am in the military in Germany, so I'm in the Air Force, and I've been doing bodybuilding for almost 2 years now. It's kind of crazy because I wanted to do a show on base, and I reached out to Stefan to help me with some posing. And then
let me ask something. Sorry to interrupt you. How the fuck did you find Stefan?
So,
I don't remember. So
I was on Instagram, so I was looking for a posing coach on Instagram, and I came across his wife first. And so when I saw him doing pose on his wife. I clicked on his profile, and he had what's that guy? You remember when we were in Dortmund? That guy that gave me that gave the medals out. You did a posing thing with him. He's an IFBB pro. I can't think of.
When?
Yeah, so we went to Dortmund last year, and it was a guy. He had the black. So you remember before I went on stage for Men's Physique, we were talking to this guy backstage when I was doing my pump up. He's IFBB pro.
Tall guy, tall blonde guy.
No,
Which
Luca.
competition? Which competition?
To Dortmund. We went to the first NPC competition.
The first MPT, so the NRW Cup.
Yeah. I can't think of the guy's name.
Who did we talk? Man, so you guys know I'm not. I mean, I talk to so many people on every weekend
He's famous.
for the season, so I don't remember everybody. I'm so sorry.
I can tell you what. So on your old profile, you did a posing. You helped him with his posing to that Travis Scott song. So that's
Was
the
it
real.
with Lucas?
Lucas, yes.
Lucas, yes, it was my old coach.
Yeah, so it was your old coach, yes.
Yeah.
So I saw you doing posing with him, and I found it, and I'm like, damn, this kind of
okay.
fire.
This
So that's
time
when I reached
around,
out.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
Dre,
remember
let me
the
tell you
reel.
something.
I remember the
What up?
reel I did with Yazzie, so this was the reel, maybe.
Let me tell you something. This motherfucker Stefan there.
Here.
When I posted to Shakira 2-3 years ago, and this motherfucker here, they're telling me, "Oh, this is bullshit. This is not posing. You're gonna make a fool out of yourself." And now they're fucking doing the same.
Nah. It
So
was
Steph,
Man.
basically.
Costa poses always to songs nobody poses to. But he did one song, I think it was at the Hessian Championships, and it was really crappy. So I needed to tell him
I
it was
never
like
had
the,
a
I don't know
crappy
which
one.
one it was, but it was
Sorry,
crappy.
bro.
Subjective tastes of music getting thrown under the bus by Stefan.
It was crap. So the other songs like Shakira and everything I like. So it's a different game. Why I told you back there.
Okay, master.
So
Let's all hope Stefan never becomes a judge. So we're all fine.
it's okay. So Dre, you also competed 2 seasons.
Yes.
You won some shows. You placed second also a few times.
Yeah.
You're natty.
You're
Yes,
natty,
natty.
yes.
Clarify.
And you're not only training for 2 years. So
Yeah.
That I didn't know. That's crazy, bro.
you
Yeah, for
did
bodybuilding,
powerlifting
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Oh, that's I know. Yeah.
First, Dre. First time you touched weights or like you stepped foot into a gym. When was that?
January 2019.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's still.
And how old
Yeah.
are you for the people?
I'm 34.
What's your
Got the
height?
black genetics.
What's your height?
Looking like 20.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
indeed.
So my height 177 centimeters,
And what's that in inches?
5.9.
Okay, and what's the weight at the moment?
My weight at the moment is 91.6 kg.
And in LBS?
Times I don't know. That's a
You don't
that's a
know?
good- So
But
it like
210?
It like
It's 200
Is it
pounds.
two-
I think.
No, not
210?
210. It like 202, yeah, 201, 202, something like that.
But he's no 212.
And what's your goal in the sport? I mean, I know, but
Yeah.
I don't know if the people who are listening know, and also I don't know if Rene or Costa knows. So what's the plan for the next season?
So next season, we're gonna compete NPC men's physique. I think like we had some good feedback over the past year, so we know we need to work on it. We're growing a little bit, but I also want to try to see if I can get a natty pro card. So either a pro card from NPC or a pro card in classic physique for natural.
Yeah.
So that's my goal.
Come bring it, bro.
Yeah.
I think both is possible. You also won a natural show in base back then in classic
Yeah.
physique, and you placed second at the ANBF. So it's,
Is this there where you guest post, Stefan?
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
this competition. I guest posed once, and I was completely out of shape. So this was. I mean, I had once the opportunity to guest pose, and I grabbed it, but I don't know if not a lot of people have seen the guest posing for sure.
The good thing is you post in front of military guys that doesn't follow bodybuilding.
Yes,
like,
because I could have competed on that day for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Was good
So
show.
Dre, how's the mood? I don't know how involved you are now in the military and day-to-day base. You have comrades, you have something. How is the mood now that our guy Donald Trump won?
I was saying it's split. You know, like some people like it, some people
Oh,
hate it.
really?
Yeah, it kind of split. Like I work in an office where like most people love Trump. So it's only a small it's only a small office, but then we have people come in and they hate it because, especially like yesterday when he changed a lot of he signed a lot of things
Orders.
away. Yeah, so a lot of people pissed about that.
He said he gonna do it.
Yeah, he did. He warned everybody. So I don't know why people are so
Yeah.
surprised.
Well, you gotta give the guy credit. He demolished Kamala during the campaign in regards to the things that he was doing, like how he was out there and connecting to the people and going on all the podcasts, like from Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan especially, that just made him so much more approachable. Not approachable, but like just more relatable to the general public. And Kamala, if you look at her, like there is no way in hell that anybody in the US could properly relate to her, because most of the things that she's talking about is just like, like
Bullshit.
general like
But nothing.
politician talk, not
Like
really.
not Trump.
Like,
That's the
yeah, she just had so many like terrible interviews, so it's just a no-brainer that somebody like Trump would just leap ahead and just get the nod and win that campaign, because I think it's all about the campaign and how you hold yourself, and so
Bro,
therefore
René, we completely ran into politics now, but who are you?
Okay, bro.
Who are you, man? Nobody knows who you are, and you're just talking.
To be honest, I was
completely-
look. The thing is, I got a little bored during prep, so I was watching a lot of political debates.
That's good, bro.
No, for no particular reason. I'm not like.
It's interesting to
I
hear the
don't know,
lies.
I don't. Yeah, and it's also funny to hear the discussions between the leftist and the right-wing parties, and how they just tear each other apart.
Bro,
It's
you
very,
have to
very
watch-
entertaining, actually.
You have to watch on YouTube Piers Morgan Uncensored. They have debates almost daily with pretty famous people, I guess, in the media, and they slaughter each other. It's crazy. You have to.
I
look-
know, but I'm not the biggest fan of Piers Morgan himself, because he's
He's a
just
good
trying
interview.
He's a good interview, but he's just like pushing people a lot, which is
Now he pushes women? That's amazing.
it's entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. It's
Yeah, I don't
he
like
just
him as
tries
well.
to-
In COVID, he said like he pushed for the masks and for the blah blah blah. I lost credibility on that part, but the show is amazing, man. You have to give him credit.
I never watched it, and I also didn't follow.
You
the
don't have
campaign.
time. You don't have time, bro. You have too much on your plate, making that money, that coaching
And
money.
before I'm gonna watch a lot of politics, I will first chill a little bit and do nothing and just
Look, I trade. I need to know
do a
what's
nap
up.
or something.
A nap's good. A nap is always good.
Man, I don't nap real often. I should, but I don't have the time. So I'm trying to work less and nap more. This is my goal for this year. A little bit more napping.
how many hours do you sleep per night in general?
I try most 8 to 9 hours, but my sleep quality isn't that good. That's also why I
Because you
decided
smoke a lot of weed, bro.
to stop smoking weed in January, the first week. So my plan is to get a better night's sleep and better recovery, because the Lord is always preaching. Yeah,
Bro, I have another-
I'm gonna give it a try, man.
Well,
I
the
have another
question is
solution.
the question is, do you spend 8 to 9 hours in bed, or is that like effective like sleep time?
I try to get 8 hours of effective sleep time, but that's why I always try to get 9 hours in bed, so I have time
Jerk off
calculated
and stuff like that,
for no, I don't do things like that, man.
Come on, bro. Shut the fuck up, man.
Nah, never did it, never did it. But bro, still, you didn't answer my question. Who are you, man?
The Lord, you mean?
Yeah, who is
I
the
mean-
Lord? Why
Explain.
are we? Why are we calling you the Lord? First of all, maybe?
How you became a deity? Deity, I don't know how it's called.
Deity.
Deity.
I-
Deity.
Deity.
Do the guys from the UK say it different though?
They don't count.
They don't have the.
Okay. Okay.
the
Well, the name comes from just basically my Instagram handle, which is just a ripoff from a Yu-Gi-Oh card that I was a big fan of. So basically, the first time that the God cards got like playable, like on the field properly with effects and shit like that, they made like some kind of like adaptations of them, and one of them is Raviel, the Lord of Phantasms, which equals to Obelisk the Tormentor, and I was a big fan of that card, and because I thought like, hey, in bodybuilding, it's all about just creating the illusion, and a phantasm is nothing else than just basically some kind of illusion. So, Lord of Phantasm it was.
Yeah.
That's where the name
200
comes from.
IQ name.
So that's also your nickname, as you guys
It's-
guessed. Dre.
It's fun.
Huh?
More people know him Lord than Rene. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Also,
Yeah.
Like 90%.
also same with you. Everybody knows you for Icarus, as Icarus, and not as Costa.
Yeah.
And
My-
never heard your full name spoken out. So Costa is still also a nickname.
I can't even pronounce it. This is some ancient Greek shit that's like this long. No, I'm called Icarus. My father called me Icarus. Every time I was, how it's called, greedy, and I wanted always. I put too much on my plate to eat, and yeah, that's how the name came.
Also, you have to consider the fact that literally every second person in Greece has the name either Costa or Yorgos.
Yeah.
So it's easier for people to just refer to him as Icarus instead of calling him Costa.
And I love the
because then
legend.
it's like, which Costa you actually mean? Because even though like my girlfriend knows him very well, even if I say, oh, I was on a phone call with Costa, or he called me the other day, or Costa did this and that, and she's like, who do you mean? I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the name is very common.
And
That's
Dre,
okay.
do you have a nickname? I mean, Dre is the nickname still, but do you have like a different nickname?
Not really. They're like my only one.
We should give you one, or the people can give you one. I don't know
I have
who is watching or how many people, but they can give you a nickname in the comment section if they want to.
I have the best. It's
Yeah,
like
run it. He said,
Doctor.
what?
he's a doctor.
Oh, Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is the nickname.
Where are you,
What?
doc?
Run it. I'm cool with it.
Nice. I also have a nickname, but nobody knows because I don't write it in my Instagram name.
Steven Seagal.
This is the nickname Costa gives me, but one of my old coaches called me Freezer because I always hit the Freezer pose. You know,
Yeah.
like this with the arms flare out. I think Dragon Ball Die Hard fans will remember.
Yeah, freezing, yeah.
Yeah. So
Bad guy. You're the bad guy.
what happened this week? Did anything happen or was it all chilled?
For me,
It doesn't matter. Tell me what happened.
Begin, bro. Tell
I
us.
said my week been pretty good.
No
Just been
problems
training.
as always.
Yeah, no problem, no issues. Been work and training. You know, I started going to the gym at like 2 a.m. Very peaceful because I
2
know
in the morning,
it's
2 a.m.
Yeah, 2 a.m. Yeah.
Ah.
When,
Like
when
2:30.
when do you sleep?
I sleep from 6 p.m. to 1:30.
How and why? How is this doable with family life?
Because it's doable. I'm saying Verena gets out work at like 4, so we chill. You know, she understands it because I still have my rest days. So on my rest days, I can stay up a little bit longer. You know, and just kick it with her.
But you
Like
don't
tomorrow-
force yourself out of bed at this time.
No, as soon as my alarm go off, I'm good. I just go downstairs and make me some oatmeal, and then I wait like 30 to 40 minutes, and then I go to the gym.
All right.
But it's cool because nobody's in the gym but me. You know, like
Great.
I have at least an hour and 20 minutes of me in the gym by myself.
Is it 24 hours open? Yeah.
Yeah,
At the base.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I love it. So it's pretty
Base
cool.
gyms are always good equipped and big. The
Well,
ones
it
I've
sucks
seen.
now. Yeah, it sucks now because I just went to the gym. Well, I went to the gym this evening today because I got off work early, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go work out. And both our leg extension machines are broken, so we have no leg.
Yeah,
extension.
I know, because
Legs.
another client told me, so I advised her to do a hack squat with light weight to warm up instead of the leg extension. So same for you, man.
Yeah,
So
I guess
just
so,
try
yeah.
to warm up your knees a little bit, your quads, and then yeah, but it should be fixed soon. But how are two leg extension machines broken? What do
I don't
people
know,
do,
man.
man?
I don't know. I have no idea, but like we got cable machines broken. I don't know what people are doing. Like I be loading it up with heavy weight and I control my movements and they never break. And then I go in there another
Yeah,
day
you can
and it just
control
broke.
your movement.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I guess they just throw it around, so it kind of like
Of course.
snaps the cable.
Maybe they stacked on with a gym pin or so.
No, they're not using the gym pin.
Nah?
No.
I don't know how it can be broken, but not sure how it works in your gym, because I worked in McFit
Yeah.
in Frankfurt City, and we always need to check in the morning if everything is okay. We checked every cable, every rope.
Yeah, bro,
and-
they check it, but if it breaks, it breaks. And
Yeah.
from experience in the gym, I know that if one thing only is broken or two things, they're not gonna call someone to fix it because it's expensive, you know? So they wait for many things to
in most
break, I guess.
gyms, yes.
But I know they've already ordered it. I talked to one of the ladies that worked there, and she said like they already ordered it. They're just waiting for it to come in. So.
I have a similar situation in my gym. I train at the Titan gym in Alicante. I like the gym a lot of machines, but the adductor machine is broken. And as I did, I changed it to like a glute hip machine. I don't know how it's called, like with a pendulum.
The standing one?
Yeah, the standing
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
And this one is also broken now. Now I
Bro,
did
you-
adductors
you-
with bands, or how is it called, like the caps on the knee, and then I moved the weight, so it was.
Bro, you neither need adductors nor glute more than you have.
It's my
so it's
training
okay.
plan.
The training plan?
Yeah, and that's why I'm growing my glutes,
You try-
because I
you try
want to
to get
have
dump
some
truck.
striations in those fucking glutes, and I need more muscle.
Bro, that's not the issue, man.
It's
You're
about
trying to get that dump truck.
what?
Yeah, that's probably
Trying to
it.
get that dump truck.
Fill
What?
the weight cap ass.
A dump truck.
I
like
fill the
fat
weight
ass.
cap with the ass. Yes, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
fat ass,
50% of the weight cap soon. I still have some like 4 or 5 kilos or more, I don't know, to grow. So I have a lot of muscle to put on my
Shit,
glutes.
so you're taking a lot of juice now or what?
Nah, I just take my time and eat frequently.
Damn, bro, you're doing it natty. That's impressive.
I'm not natty. I'm sorry to tell you,
Yeah,
but I might have been doing things in the past. Yeah, so.
Okay.
And I need to explain, I'm smoking weed, but every day, but it's medical weed. So I get it prescribed
Prove it,
from
prove it
doctor.
now.
So it's all legal here. And Costa right here, it's on the left side, yes. He's smoking weed, but it's illegal in Germany. So
Yeah.
I don't know where
see-
you're living, but we're a little bit cooler here.
Can you prove it?
What?
What you say right now?
That it's legal in Germany?
No, that you have a recipe.
Yes, I can prove
Show
it. I will
Show.
show. I will show.
Yeah. just to be safe, you know.
So
Otherwise, someone's gonna knock on your door.
here it's the medical
Yeah,
cherry
okay,
dosidos. Here
that doesn't tell me shit, bro.
it says
That's
it says
nice.
medical
That's a nice
cannabis.
container there.
Bro, you need to trust me. No, so
Bro, I trust you. Bro, I trust you. You're my brother. I trust you. Oh shit, looking tasty. But it
but
fucks
don't
you
smoke
deeply,
weed,
you know?
guys. I tried to get rid of it, even though I got it prescribed.
Even though I know
Still,
it.
I think it's not doing any good for my sleep, and maybe also not good for my mental health. Who knows? I never stopped since years. So
I think it's pretty good for my mental health.
smoking weed or getting rid of it.
No. Smoking. Just a little bit, not excessive, because I have a pretty active personality and I have some kind of ADHD, I don't know, ADHS, you know? And when I'm not high, and I'm hypersensitive, if you know what it is. So if I'm with company, like 4 people, and everyone is talking, I can listen to everyone. But it fucks my brain. My brain hurts. Then I have a headache. So when I smoke weed, I don't get that, and I can actually be social.
So
when I'm not a little bit high, I can't be social.
I mean,
I'm an asshole.
it has its reasons to be a medicine, so it can help. But I think everything that has an effect also have side effects. It always depends on the person and what you get and in what situation you are. It also not just for weed, but every drug or every medic or every juice.
Everything is a tool that can be used if needed,
but can also
shouldn't be
overused.
used just to use. Yeah, I haven't worked out sober in, I don't know, since the start of my training. It helps
That's
me.
not true. That's not true. I made you work out sober a couple times.
Did you?
Yeah, okay. You want to
How?
tell me?
Yeah.
Tell me,
Because I told-
René,
because-
how did you do
Because
it?
I just
Did you
because
grab
I
his
told him
weed
not-
and smoked it by yourself,
No.
or what
No,
did you
Look,
do?
I
look,
just-
look,
I
look.
just told him to maybe not come high to the next train.
Just to be clear, I smoke my little small joint for the gym, so he sees me smoking it. But I'm already high from home, no?
He doesn't.
So I get high with just not immediately high.
There's no off.
Yeah.
Now,
I hate
okay.
that I'm dependent on something, but I could try, I guess. But I have tried in the past.
Bro,
and
let's do it at the beginning of February. I
Oh,
already planned it. I do it.
Bro, my
And
girl is in prep. I'm not gonna smoke or stop
Who is in
smoking.
prep?
My girl.
Is she stressing you or what?
No, but she's getting hungry, you know.
Yeah, that's not a reason to
Getting
smoke
there.
weed, I think.
I need to
My
be,
girlfriend's
you
getting
know,
hungry. I need to smoke a J.
I need to be calm and collective because otherwise maybe some door gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna trip or so.
Now, okay, guys, don't do drugs. Don't smoke weed. Don't just stay
Don't
natty
take gear.
and just be like Dre.
Just be
So,
natural.
Be like me.
be like Dre. He's always smiling, and I put him on hard diets in the past to get down with his body fat. And
Define hard.
the thing is, I don't know how, but his body tolerates almost everything, and he's not losing muscle, and he's still smiling. He doesn't complain. He has no problems in prep.
Bro,
I don't know how this is
I
possible.
give you two
think
reasons.
maybe just doesn't tell me everything because it just runs too smooth sometimes. And
Oh, bro.
the thing is that he doesn't lose muscle is kind of weird. So
Stefan, it's simple, bro. If it's a duck, it looks like a duck. It is a duck. This fellow here, this friend, first of all, he's black. Don't forget it. They don't lose muscle. They just don't lose muscle. Second of all, he's a fucking soldier, bro.
Yeah.
He's a soldier. Do you understand it? Like
he got
he's
through
a
some
perfect
tougher
guy.
shit in the past, maybe. Yeah.
If you tell him don't eat 3 days, he won't eat 3 days.
He
Simple as
would.
that.
He would.
Yeah, like I always tell Stefan, like every day I have to do stuff that I don't want to do. So if I'm gonna pay him and do something I want to do, there's no point in me complaining. You know, it's really not.
It's refreshing. The work with you is refreshing because I also have a lot of people who are complaining a lot, especially in the first prep. I mean, it's okay. Everybody's experiencing it differently, but still, some people are really just crying all over.
Yeah, but I think before the AMBF, I actually felt what like prep supposed to feel like. Like it didn't kill me, and then like I wasn't like my mind was so focused on meeting the weight that I didn't care like what I had to do, you know. So I was eating
You're
with,
just in tunnel
like,
vision.
Yeah, so I was eating with 150 grams of chicken and 150 grams of vegetables 5 times a day.
Yeah.
And then I had 15,000 steps. So what I used to do, like
How much cardio
Marina,
did you do? Do you remember?
hour and a half of cardio.
1 hour and a half to make weight. How much weight did we needed to make?
79 kilos, and we made 78.37. So we made about 630
Miscalculation,
grams.
Stefan.
Huh?
You overdid it, bro. No, just kidding.
Yeah. So I remember Verena used to take me to the base because I had sold my car and I used to ride my bike to work. But some days it was like I just didn't feel like riding my bike. So she would drop me off. She would take me to the gym on base, and then I would work. I would do my cardio, and then I would walk to work, which was like a 30-minute walk. And then at the end of the day, I'll walk back to the gym, another 30-minute walk. And then I'll work out, and then I'll walk back to the gate again, which was like another hour walk. So I was just doing that every day.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I got to
stars.
I was like, I got to make that weight, you know. So it was like,
but it paid off. I think,
it really
if I remember correctly, we made the weight really easily because of the measurement.
We thought we got measured too short at in Luxembourg. I got measured at 175. But
yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah.
They measured you short, and then we thought, okay, maybe if they measure you short there as well, we have a problem.
Yeah.
But it was good for the conditioning. Very good.
Yeah, it was.
No, you can't. You can't risk it. You can't risk it. You can't go there and be too heavy.
2 kilos or so. Nah.
You have to be on point.
Yeah. So always, also, maybe some athletes are tuning in here, or some coaches, who knows. Always have some room for the weight cap, because even though you're weighing yourself at home, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because the scale on at the registration or at the weigh-ins could be different, and also like the height is always measured a little bit differently. At every show, it could change 2 centimeters. Or I also had the thing that it was like 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters is huge. Is a huge gap. And if you're competing in classic physique, you have
kilos.
some weight jumps for sure.
That's a lot of
10
weight.
kilos, bro. It's not a human.
Yeah,
Facts. That's a lot.
So I also had a few competition where I saw other athletes making weight, and they were like 3 kilos too heavy, and then they complained about the measurement and everything. But man, 3 kilos, just be safe and do your work and get into the weight category.
Bro, in Greece, when you go, and I had to make 87 kilos, I went there 89.
Ich glaub's
Come on, what are you gonna do? You're gonna tell this boy to go run now, or what? They talk to each other.
They let you compete, so you had 1 kilo tolerance.
Yeah, bro. If I was there 93 kilos, they would let me compete, bro. That's Greece, bro. That's another animal. It's another animal of corruption.
There are not a lot of competition in Greece. Has there ever been a pro? Is there the NPC? No.
Yeah. No, there's the IFBB Elite, but in 2016 there was a pro qualifier there. Yeah.
Oh, okay, but not frequently.
No.
In Germany, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger for sure every year. More competitions, more pro qualifiers, more pro shows. And here in Spain, where I live at the moment, here's
the most in Europe, I think.
20 minutes drive or so is VR Spaceit. It's a location of almost every show here. And here a lot of pro shows, a lot of pro qualifiers, a lot of regional. Also some natural shows. Also natural pro qualifiers, natural regional. So last time I talked to Dre on the phone, I was like, maybe he should do that one. So because I think at those competitions, your chance of winning could be way bigger.
Yeah.
Don't you think so? And it's in Spain. You can just come over here and do your thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm down. Like I'm saying, in my goal, like wherever I need to be or whatever I need to do, you know, I'm down to do it. Like,
I mean, you can also say, okay, no, I don't want to compete in those natural pro qualifiers. I want to earn it at the regular pro qualifiers, because at the last podcast in the German podcast, KSD podcast, if you speak German, check this one out if you don't know. We had Daniel Kubik. It's one of the best natural athletes in the world, and also one of the best in Germany, of course. And he earned his pro card, his IFBB pro card, at a natural pro qualifier from the MPC. So he's an IFBB pro now. And he said it was the win would have tasted better if it was a regular pro qualifier. So it depends on how you look at it, I think.
Yeah. But I also think, like, being realistic, the natural pro ones are super hard, though. Like, but it's hard for a reason, you know, like, not necessarily saying that that the juice and stuff is part of it. But a lot of these guys work for like 5 or 6 years, like specifically trying to get that pro card, so they get feedback every year of what they need to fix, So when they get to the point, they almost like the best they can be, where I'm coming in, I'm getting like 2 years of feedback, where they get like 5 years of feedback. They know every year,
yeah,
what to work on.
but the feedback, bro, let's be honest, it's also something we discussed in the German one. The feedback is a lot of times
subjective.
not really relevant, because sometimes they just tell you anything just to because you ask, and they don't even remember you sometimes.
Oh yeah, I
For
believe
real,
that too.
for real.
Yeah, I believe that.
Of
Yeah.
course, some judges give really good feedback. Of course, there's always that, but most of the times, I mean, René competed in I don't know, Romania, was it? Or he was told more conditioning, but he was peeled. He was just smaller than the other guys.
Bro, I wasn't as conditioned as I could have been.
But
That's
you
true.
told us that you've been pretty conditioned. So,
I've been pretty conditioned, but there are levels to this shit.
Okay.
I wasn't at my best possible condition.
Okay,
That's
so
absolutely true.
because in the podcast you were happy with the conditioning, but after a few weeks you realized, okay, it could have been better, or did you realize that?
No, I didn't. I go back to the podcast and listen to it. Obviously, I knew right away, because I know what I look like when I'm peeled, and I know what I look like when I spare a little bit of condition to bring an extra amount of fullness and roundness, and maybe not look as stringed out or something, and go for conditioning solely for my look.
Yeah, but still, I mean, if I remember correctly, could also be that I'm wrong now, but I think you complained that you're at your weight cup in this conditioning, and how could you improve in the future? So this was your
But this has nothing to do with what we're currently talking about. It's just an issue, not an issue, but something that you also and Costa as well already suggested a solution for, which is like, oh, you just can't, you just get bigger and then squeeze into the class, which is an obvious no-brainer, which I'm obviously going to do, but still.
Okay. So
René?
Yeah.
In Romania, every year the same judges, you know that? Or do they rotate them?
I think this was the second year for Tamer, and the second year for Emilio also. They definitely weren't there in 2022.
no.
That's what I can remember. And in 2021, I think it was maybe Becky was there. I don't know. It's very renowned coaches from Europe, and a lot of the Wings of Strength guys there. Jake Wood is also there every year, because obviously he and Alina Popa, they just pull off the whole event because it's the Wings of Strength show, and it's the probably biggest female bodybuilding competition in whole Europe, also in regards to the quality and the quantity of female competitors there. So they always have a very good judging panel with really high level coaches.
I'm asking because maybe if there were many of the same judges, they saw you 21 crazy, 22 crazy conditioned, when you were really, 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 really shredded. And maybe they see you now and they compare you to your former showings.
Yeah, fair, but dude, think about it. They see so many amateurs over the course of the year. I mean, yeah, I don't look the same as everyone. I mean, I have a massive fucking tattoo on the back of my head, and I have my lobes, obviously, but still, I don't know. And even if that's the case, I don't care. It's just what it is, and I knew that I wasn't going for 100% conditioning, but I also wanted to play it safe and maybe not necessarily have to push that hard, which could have flattened out some of my weaker body parts. And I think overall it was a good package, but wasn't my most conditioned. For the next show, I obviously improved in conditioning and still brought a very good package, not as full, but definitely the right amount of size paired with.
But it was a good placing, though.
very happy about. Which
In
one
Romania,
you mean?
you got third, right? And the competition after you got second.
Yeah.
So just to show everybody who the fuck the Lord is.
And was the second your highest placing up to date, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, this is Rene.
The
Like
goat.
the legs could be bigger. No, just kidding.
Could be bigger, could be turned to the other way, the right leg
Yeah.
could be turned outwards to show more sweep.
Yeah, but it's not like I have small legs.
Yeah,
And
but-
let's say
It is
look,
what you
I
show,
was
bro.
I was depleted there and I had to make weight. So my legs obviously don't look as good. Go one picture to the right and tell me again that I have small legs.
Yeah, but I remember the first time I saw him, I was like, yo, this dude is crazy. That is insane. Yeah,
Legs are
his
good.
legs definitely not small. That is crazy.
165 weeks ago.
Yeah,
okay.
they regressed after
This
that.
is this is 20. Yeah, okay.
Just kidding, bro. Chill.
And he's cute, you know.
This guy right here has good legs, in my opinion.
This is crazy.
This good legs.
Yeah, that
Carlos
quad sweep
Robert
is
Jr.
insane.
shit. Yeah, he's crazy.
That quad sweep crazy.
So, where's the Lord? I need to see the Lord.
Yeah, there are the legs.
What? What is this?
This is from
Oh,
Romania.
Dramatic entrance. Yeah. Keeping that.
Anyway, since you guys asked what has been going on this week, and I would like to switch to a different topic, which is something that, has been not grinding my gear. Yeah, let's say grinding my gears for a while now, and I just figured it out. So I had an enlightenment, which basically is, and I want your guys' opinion on this as well, is that, the last 2 or 3 weeks, I wasn't progressing. My workouts haven't been where they're supposed to be, despite the fact that I was nailing every aspect outside of the gym. And I kept asking myself, like, hey, why the fuck is it? Why am I not progressing? Why are my tendons hurting and everything is just feeling like it's falling apart? I re-injured my hamstring, which has been an issue before.
When did you
And
re-injure it?
A couple days ago.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
How did it happen?
Deadlift.
Ah, deadlift.
Deadlifting.
Regular? Like
Yeah.
regular deadlift?
Regular conventional deadlift. So I've been doing that for 160 kilograms because I've been working my way up because I haven't been doing any hinges, any deadlifts in almost 3 years because in 2022 in my prep I got injured the first time on my right hamstring with a partial tear that it had to heal out throughout the prep. Then in my rebound I re-injured it again. Then in the prep it was fine, but obviously in the prep I don't do deadlift because I'm just the guy. I lose too much. I lose too much strength on my compound lifts because maybe let's say it's my structure or I'm just pushing the deficit so hard that just basically all my core strength and shit like that goes away. So I am more off the side of keeping it safe and switching to like Smith machine stuff and more of machine movements in that regard. But anyway, so my basic, come back to the point, my enlightenment was that I was just doing way too much volume. And the funny thing is I wasn't doing like volume on like particular exercises, but I was checking last week because I just train and I design my program like however the fuck I want, and I just throw more exercises in there and hit different angles and get the most out of each single exercise by just doing one single set for every exercise. But yeah, I'm doing a shit ton of exercises.
But your training's
in
also
the
really long, right? You're training up to 3
Yeah.
hours, if I remember correctly.
Almost 3 hours, and that doesn't include warm-ups and mobility or anything like that, or cardio. So I was just doing way too much, and because I don't have a like conventional split, I have basically I just designed a program for myself that just puts my weak points into like just as a priority, and afterwards I just put everything together, like what else I could train that day. And so it's not a conventional split, but basically I'm in a situation where due to my exercises and the training that I'm doing.
Look, maybe you need some help from Dre.
Lord, maybe.
Did you just
I'm
say
always
those deadlifts are dangerous if you do them wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So
But he-
watch,
he didn't
watch,
have it.
watch, Lord. This is how you perform a good deadlift, I think. I don't
I'm
think if
pretty
I
good
if
at-
remember the video, but maybe you could tell something to his technique.
I'm pretty good at deadlifting.
Yeah, but maybe you
stuff.
can improve the technique of Dre. So
It's not a
Look,
tech-
look.
dude,
I have it.
it's not a technique issue. It was
He's
just
overtrained.
basically
He's chronically overtrained.
that's not true actually, but thank you very much. It was just the particular case right now because obviously I'm in my rebound and you gain strength back very quick, and so you also have to take into consideration that as you're getting stronger, every single set becomes more strenuous on your nervous system, on your recoverability, which obviously accumulates over time. Because if you stick to the same volume, but you're like progressing in all your lifts, it obviously puts a bigger burden on your whole body in regards to recoverability. So yeah, what I decided to do, because all my tendons started hurting and shit like that, and yeah, I came to the realization I will cut back my volume drastically and yeah, just go from there, because I also was feeling now at a certain point that I can't push as hard as I would like to, because I'm doing so many exercises that yeah, I mean, we all can agree on the fact that as your session progresses, like in a matter of time, you will also get less quality work in, just because you get tired from all the shit that you've been already doing before. So yeah, I'm just trying to focus now on really condensing my workouts into like maybe 5 to 8 exercises, one set each, and see where it takes me, and hope that it alleviates all my symptoms in regards to all the inflammation I'm carrying and all the shit that has been bothering me these days, and hope this will get me back on track.
What has been bothering you, my brother?
Everything I just explained that you probably didn't
I
listen to.
thought something else private more, you know.
maybe
Nah,
there
yeah,
is,
nah.
but he won't tell us now.
Yeah, I had a back.
His dog is
I mean,
obese.
okay. So
Work.
obviously what was bothering me was just the fact that I just couldn't wrap my head around what was happening and why I was not progressing. And yeah.
Okay. So no progress
Okay,
is no
I
good.
had a back day like last week though, where I had like 4 exercises and it cooked me. Like, I think that happens sometimes because I do feel myself getting strong. Like I'm getting stronger like every week, and sometimes I'm getting like he said, you get strong so fast, so rapid that you're not even expecting the fatigue to come with it. So like I
Yeah.
had like last week, I had four exercises. I think I did like 13 to 15 sets, and I was like done for that. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do cardio and go home.
Sometimes you just
But
need
I
to
also think
realize
because-
when to stop.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I was just gonna say. Sometimes you just need to know your body and know like, yo, this is enough, you know, because I think sometimes we try to feel like, oh, I need to do more sets, but it really not gonna help us, you know.
I
like
need to
we
go
did
through
what we
this
could do,
workout like
you know.
I planned, because I'm not a pussy or something. It's not
Yeah.
always that, because if you don't hear your body, you might injure yourself.
100%, yeah. And I injured
honest-
myself before, you know, and I know how it feels. Like I was doing deadlift one time, and I was trying to go for a PR. And I know, like, sometimes when I used to go for a PR, I used to get in my head and I set myself up. But I ended up hurting myself, and I had to sit on the stairs to put my socks on.
When
So I was
did
like,
it
okay,
happen?
Now, this was like 2022. Yeah, they was like, they when I was powerlifting.
Ah, okay,
Non-play.
okay. I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did
Yeah,
you do?
no, you had nothing to do with that. No, you had nothing to do with that. And so, like, yeah, I was like, okay, now I need to start listening to my body and like understanding, like, when I'm doing too much, I just need to chill, you know.
Yeah, but this is something you always kind of realize after you injured yourself.
Yeah,
I mean,
facts.
we as coaches, we try to tell the people, okay, don't do this, don't do that, because I did, and this happened. but most of the times people just need to feel it. It's like as a kid you need to touch the, how is it called?
Can you touch the stove?
grass?
Touch the
Touch
stove.
grass? Touch soil? Touch grass? Something like that?
No, like where you cook something. Like
Hey, touch the stove. You need to touch.
Yeah, maybe.
The stove, man.
yeah, to feel it, to don't do it again. And it's same
Yeah, but-
same thing with me. I mean, Rene is still hating my workouts now, but I trained way worse than now. So, and I injured myself, and I was completely changing everything. Now I'm not injured. Now it's getting everything in the right position, but still. I think you can always improve, and you should always listen to someone who tells you, okay, don't do this because of that and that reason. And
Or rather, coming back to the point of Dre, getting really like physically in touch with your body and understanding where your capacity actually is. And I think most of us are like very bad at this, especially in prep, because especially in prep, you don't want to leave any stones unturned, obviously.
yeah.
So if the workout says 4 sets of this and then this exercise and this exercise, I'm very bad at that. I admit it. Like I will not leave the gym until the job is finished, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For my part,
Guys,
at least, I never
sorry.
got injured. I never got injured during prep in that way. Always like in a rebound because I was gaining strength so fast.
Yeah, it was
because
also my rebound back
Great.
then.
Connective tissue and everything just can't catch
Yeah.
up. with it.
Rene, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you. I'm really sorry, but I have to tell the story to Dre just so you understand what a human he is, right? So he has autism. He has a little bit of autism, right?
Lot of
The Lord
Lord of
will
Lords.
not leave the gym or go home, rather, before you fucking finish the plan. We were at the gym training together one summer. Like every day, we train together. And they wanted to kick us out for some reason, I don't know. And they found a chance and they start shouting at us. And we get a little bit like, we arguing.
Agitated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the guys call like some Russian bouncers to come and kick us out because, you know, he is 120 kilos and they're on their way, you know. And this motherfucker just goes sit in the hamstring curl. Doesn't fucking sense. And I'm telling you, bro, we need to leave now.
Did you get him to leave,
And
or
then-
did he finish his
then-
workout?
Yes, we left, but he didn't go home. He got to another gym and finished like, the last exercise, like 3 sets of leg curls.
For
or something.
one exercise.
Yeah, like this
Fuck
level,
that leg
bodybuilding.
extension,
autism.
man. Fuck it. Sometimes it's
Yes.
extra
I also-
recovery, extra rest. You know, deload.
Hey,
Bro, that's
What
crazy.
what I also did is back when I was training at McFit, there was an occasion where I was going for a squat PR. And my spotter, I don't know if you know the Gym 80 racks or hammer strength racks. Anyway, there is like particular racks in McFit but the where you can rack the weight when you do a squat or something, it's just very like narrow. So your fingers are like in very close proximity to the
Oh, yeah.
actual rack.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
you
hammer
have
strength,
to,
the hammer
so you
strength.
have to really, yeah, I think it's the hammer strength. So you have to really watch yourself, not just like tearing your fucking finger or like just getting it in between when you're racking the weight. But this is exactly what happened, because I told my spotter, man, you have to unrack it, you have to pull it out, because I just got up like in the last repetition, just made it. I was like shaking and shit. I was like, rack it. And he racked it, and we racked it on my little finger. And I like from the reflex, I pulled it out, but it was already too late. So I basically tore off the whole cap of my finger here. It still looks very fucked up. So the skin here is just like just like in a 45-degree
Mine
angle.
is
It's not round,
normal like
you know?
this. Look.
hey,
Yeah.
Huh?
From the
No,
Mine
gym.
is
My
not,
shit-
not normal, I think.
that shit
And-
normal.
I obviously started bleeding all over the floor, and they wanted to call an ambulance and shit like
No,
that.
no
And I'm like-
ambulance, no ambulance. 900.
yeah, I was like, no, and I
Need
told
to
them,
do leg extensions.
yeah, because I was like, I'm not finished with my workout. Like, you can drive me to the emergency room after I finished it, and And the owner and the manager was like freaking the fuck out and no, you have to go right now. And then I was like, yeah, okay, I will get my bag. And then when he turned around and he left, I went and did my calf raises.
There you go.
And I did one set. And
Calf
I did
raise.
another
Bro,
set.
calf
Another
raises.
set
You
of.
have good calves.
And I did another
That's
set of
why.
leg.
Any other person would have skipped that so fast.
Maybe that's my problem. Because I don't do that shit. But
So
that's
if I
work
did-
ethic. But it can be also harmful at sometimes.
It's autism, bro.
So,
That's
Yeah,
what-
but it
when-
was only my finger, man. I
So,
didn't need it for the rest of the
in
workout.
the other podcast, I
You
think
need it at
somebody
all.
asked us to really tell us how do you think how do I say it?
it's motivating.
Like, when is the job done? So when do you know that you finished your job in the gym? When was it enough? When, I think this was the question, roughly translated.
You have to trial and error, and then with a guidance or alone, you can find the sweet spot from set and intensity and volume and frequency and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I think okay, like for me personally, I should left after 1 hour and 50 minutes, the latest.
Look, the answer is actually quite simple, but most of it doesn't apply to Costa because he doesn't track his workouts.
Yeah,
As
I'm gonna
soon
say
as
tracking.
it-
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as you realize,
No,
like,
Look
as soon
again,
as
what fake
no,
news.
but look,
Fake
as
news.
soon as you realize on paper, hey man, like, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm massively underperforming. Obviously, that's when, like, no, man, like, just get the fuck out
Yeah,
of
but I
there.
don't do that, bro. I go
Yeah,
in.
okay, but then it's like,
Look, in my mind, my workout is done after the third exercise, where I have done my 2 compound bread and butter exercises. Then, if something happened, I could go home without worrying about doing the extra stuff. The extra stuff is another 3 exercises usually with 2 working sets, which I do
And?
immediately because I'm warm. So it's like this. But this I learned from.
and that's why your arms are small.
Yeah. Okay, come
Arms
on.
are okay-ish.
It's okay.
It's okay-ish.
I agree though. It's tracking like if I'm tracking my workouts and I have like weeks where I'm progressing and then I have like back-to-back weeks where like I'm regressing. I probably like need either deload or I need like additional rest or something like that because it's a reason that that I'm regressing when I shouldn't be regressing, especially if I'm in the off season where I'm getting more food, more everything should be less stressful. Like that's essentially the way, because that's something I learned. Like I used to not track my workouts, I just used to go through them. But then I get to a point where I see like, I was doing like, let's say I was doing 100s like 2 weeks ago. Now I'm doing 80s, like for the same rep range. Like it got to be something wrong. So maybe I need to, take a rest or, see like lower the volume of my workouts. Maybe I need, instead of doing 4 sets, maybe I need to do 2 sets to get the best out of those 2 sets and then go to another, exercise.
So we
Preach,
talk at the
brother.
moment.
Exactly.
At the moment, we talk about what can be done if it might be too much. But I reread the question. When did you know that you hurt enough? Like, I will just tell it in German, man. Woran erkennt man selbst, dass man einen neuen Muskelreiz gesetzt hat für den Muskelaufbau? So, who want to translate?
Lol.
Correct.
You literally phrased a completely different question.
Yeah,
So
just
whether
so.
you-
So please, I didn't know how to.
May I-
how to-
When do you
I
notice?
thought it was that, but then after that I read the question again. So please excuse my mistake.
When do you notice a new muscle stimulus?
Stimulus.
How do you notice that you stimulated the muscle enough to get a grow?
Yeah, it's the same answer as you all gave before. I mean, you shouldn't wait for some signal that tells you to go home. But if you want to give some kind of answer, I would say when your pump is gone or.
But
is
what's the
regret-
minimum you need to do?
Dude, no. That misses completely the question.
Yes.
The guy asks literally, when do I know that I set an actual stimulus
Yes.
to stimulate muscle growth?
That's the perfect translation, I think. Yes.
Yeah, and
So
the answer
when
is
does he know?
And And the answer, yeah, if he makes fucking progress on paper.
Yeah.
That easy.
Yeah.
It's that fucking easy.
I think people overthink it though.
Obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so silly because caveat, form has to be standardized.
Mm-hmm.
So no fucking like 1 week you go in there and you just
swing the shit.
Yeah, and you use a shit ton of momentum or your range of motion changes. No, obviously these things also have to be a given. They have to be a stable in your workout. Like the first rep is the basic, like same rep rate, same range of motion and same cadence. Obviously deviates as we get more fatigue throughout the set. Because obviously rep speeds change, also depending on the resistance profile. But still, range of motion should be the same. Standardized form, full range of motion. Also, exercise order helps with that because it obviously can alleviate some possible like overlapping fatigue. So maybe one exercise could be either a benefit for another exercise or like a detriment in regards to the performance outcome. So if that is everything set, if you progress on paper with standardized form, you know that you stimulated muscle growth.
So if the numbers, if the working weight goes up, you are setting the stimulus you need. You're telling. So
working weight goes up for the same amount of reps that you did the previous week with the same working weight, or you make progress in repetition.
So you need to stay in hypertrophy rep range. This is like it was told back then that it's around 8 to 12 reps, but I think it's way more. So around like 5 to 20 reps or something.
5 to 30.
5 to 30? 30.
Yeah.
Okay, so completely pump it. 30 reps is completely pumped up. So it's not about like 1 rep maxes to improve muscle growth. So it's not only about the numbers, it's still also about the rep range and
Mechanical tension is growth factor number 1.
Yeah, but still, if you're doing 1 rep maxes, I don't think that your physique will improve the same way optically.
I didn't say 1 rep max.
If you do enough rep, if you do enough sets of it, technically yes, because if we go according to something which is a constant in hypertrophy and in the literature, which is called the Hahnemann size principle, we know that muscle fibers are getting recruited in a particular hierarchical order, which means that from the smallest to the highest firing motor units, we get the same amount of muscle activation as long as proximity to failure is given. So, but that at the same time also means that if you were to go like with a triple or like a double or like basically, if people don't know what that is, because it's obviously something that's coined in powerlifting, if you do like a 3 rep max or a 2 rep max or even a 1 rep max, you would need more sets of that in order to get to the same amount of stimulus that you would otherwise get from a set of 8 or 10.
I love 6 rep maxes. What's about 6 rep maxes?
It's cool. It should be 5, 6.
Totally fine. We already said Yeah.
But still, you also need to consider that the higher the weight is that is put on your body, like in a squat, the more stress is also on your whole body, on the
but that's
actually,
okay. Stress is the growth factor too.
Actually, it's the other way around. That's not true.
But still, I mean, if you put like 200 pounds, 200 kilos on your back and you squat it for 1 rep max, just for example, I mean, your muscle can snap easier than with 150.
Yeah, but now you're taking extremes. You know, no one talks 1 rep max. Look, if you do like 2 sets of squats or deadlifts, 6 reps, or you do 2 sets of 15 reps, your joints and everything is way more fucked with the second. I train now again really low reps, 4 to 8, and my joints are perfect. I have nothing.
4 reps.
4 reps, 8 reps. Yeah, the first 3 exercises are heavy, and then I go 12, 15.
I wouldn't say it's the reason for it is the joints. It's more like the secondary mechanism.
And the CNS stress and stuff like that.
No.
Go ahead. I would say more like the nervous system, though, like, because I know for sure, like, when I used to power lift, my legs are a lot smaller than when I started bodybuilding, and like I used to squat 3 times a week. And of course I have a deload. Like it was an 8-week program, but I get to those heavy sets, you know, like RPEs and 9s and 10s and stuff like that. They have more load on the nervous system. But I also think something that not accounted for, like I'm not accounting for, is like, was I, you know, like I wasn't keeping tension on the muscle throughout the whole movement too, though. You know, it more is just like going down, getting back up, you know. So I think that's also like when it goes to
just
squats,
moving
you know?
weight from A to
Big
B.
reason.
Yeah.
I think if you go with a mind muscle mindset in powerlifting now again,
And you're fucked.
you would still grow. You know, it's how you grow in this
Yeah, but then
thing.
you're stupid. But then you're stupid because you can't
Yeah, of course.
maximize leverage if you just focus
saying.
on,
I'm just saying.
you know.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
He last time I think in his story he said he want to go back to powerlifting this year, and I really thought he was for real. So I asked him, but it was just a joke. And but do you guys think on Dre's level, he's not training for a long time now, he's natty, would he still progress in his physical appearance, like with muscle growth, if he would now start a powerlifting problem without like additioning movements for
If it
bodybuilding?
still hits
Wait.
goal, he could.
Wait, can
if he
I?
goes in the lifts and in the sets with the mindset hypertrophy and putting the tension on the muscles, the target muscles, yeah. If he goes there purely with intentions to powerlift, maybe not. I don't know.
Can I say something to the previous point, which I wanted to say because I think it's pretty interesting for the listeners actually. Look, the reason as to why, for example, a higher rep set is also potentially more fatiguing and creating greater inroads in your recovery is just first and foremost the cardiovascular burden of it, and second, the let's say biochemical feedback that you get from a set like that. Obviously, lactic acid buildup is way higher. You get much higher levels of inflammation, and therefore you also create it's basically more damage to the muscle. I mean, think about it. Yes, you do, for example, a set of like 5 in the squat with like an RPE 9 or like 1 rapid reserve or something. But afterwards, like rest 3 to 5 minutes, and you should be good, and you should be able to do that again. Do a set of 20 in the squats, like with your true 20 reps max. You're gonna be fucking toast for like
all over the place.
3 minutes, just gasping for air, just fucking dying on the floor. Okay, and then if somebody were to ask you, now do it again, you would look at the guy like, fuck you, man. Like, no way in hell I'm gonna be able to do it.
If I would train with 8 reps, like I do at the moment in the squats, for example, I'm completely fucked up. So with those,
but imagine, do you do one set or do you multiple? Yeah, exactly. Do multiple sets of 20. You're not gonna be able to hit that again. Like,
but I also never tried to replicate the set with the weight after that. So I do one top set in the squats, and then I move to the next exercise. So I don't think that I would, even though if I waited 5 minutes and rest and chill on the floor or anything, I don't think that I would get the same amount of reps with the weight.
Yeah, and that's exactly where you already know that the second set would be just in vain and wouldn't give you any return on your investment. Basically, would just be a detriment and would just make you have to recover that and
if you don't feel like doing this shit again, this could be also part of the answer to the question. So
don't feel like doing that again. You have to be very good.
Because
you have to be very good at that, you know.
But when is it? So, I mean, I'm advanced in lifting. I might know it, but as a beginner, I think it's hard to say, okay, now I'm done. Because
bro, this is a dangerous thing to say because it's fucking hard to do, and many people don't do it because it's fucking hard.
Yeah,
and that's not a reason not to do it.
Yeah, it is hard.
You should give it time and do it properly with a fucking coach.
Yeah. Basically, you just have to. Yeah, true. Right.
I think all of it is glorified. Like people see the short terms of it, like like they seeing like on Instagram, like people doing the successful part of it, but learning all this, learning your body and learning like what works for your body, how to grow your body, it's hard. It's like it's a lot of trial and error, you know, and you're not gonna get it right the first time. You probably don't even get it right the first 10 times, you know. And I think people got to get out of the mindset that like, oh, when I get in the gym this time it's gonna click. Like, no, it's not. You know, you're gonna have to, you know, tracking things and like seeing like, okay, like he said, he did a set of 8 and his body was done. Like, okay, like I know not necessarily that I don't feel like doing, but I feel like my body is taking the burden of the load. Like it's taking a lot of burden. So I'm gonna go to something else, you know, that can, you know, stimulate a different part, you know, at least get that muscle chance of rest. And then like if I'm done with squats, okay, maybe I go to like a leg extension or something, you know, and then after that I go to like some light hack squats, which can also target the quads or the, you know, the hamstrings or whatever you want to do. But it's a trial and error. Like people got to get out of the mindset that like as soon as I get in there, it's gonna work perfectly.
It's always about improving.
Yeah,
at every point. I mean, I said I'm an advanced lifter, of course. I do this some years, but still I can improve, and I will try to improve also in the next 10 years. So it's never a never-ending story with the learning process. And if you think you learned everything, I'm not looking at you, Dre. I'm looking at the listeners. Or if you think you know everything, you're definitely not knowing everything, and you're very wrong with that. So
Zach,
the thing is,
tell 3 times in a row everything.
Everything.
Okay, good.
Bars.
what I think people should do in order to stay on top of things is basically be able and implement strategies to properly gauge their like proximity to failure. Because obviously my proximity to failure today is in a certain exercise is not the same what it has been 3 years ago, because I'm obviously way more efficient in creating the best possible leverage for the muscle that I actually want to target. So therefore, people have to engage into proper like training to failure in certain exercises from time to time in order to know, okay, what does it actually feel like with the skill that I have right now to properly recruit that muscle and just give it its all in that very exercise, you know? Because if you always stay a rep or 2 shy of failure and you're getting like too comfortable with it over the years, you're never gonna know if that is actually your true, like whatever, 2-3 reps in reserve, or if you're actually pushing it as hard as you think you do, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think this answers the question also. One question to you, Costa. Didn't you say in the last episode that you don't cheat on your diet? That you always eat clean? Didn't you just grab one barista or baristo? I don't know how this.
Ballisto. René, tell me. You know Ballisto, right?
Yeah, I know Ballisto.
I think it's fucking underrated. I think it's great.
So talk about baristo. I will go just 2 minutes.
No, I use like little treats as a reward if I did something like Dre said before I didn't want to do. If I did something I didn't want to do and I did it well. So I ate all my meals. I have one to go, which is like a yogurt or so. And because I did a good fucking job, I ate a ballisto or 2. The muffin is homemade from my girl. It's like with protein and low fat and stuff like that, you know. And yeah, it works great. I'm 99 kilos. I've been 99 kilos, but never this lean. And I'm not completely, I take like a real TRT, maybe underdose TRT, 100 milligrams a week. Just chilling, enjoying the calmness in the head, but missing the blast. And Dre, I had a question for you.
Dre's always
I'm Unity. I know everything's great. You have great genetics, everything work ethic, everything is on point. Everything should be on point, and it is on point. You're 34. Like, okay, it's my personality. That's why I'm biased to this what I say, but it's like now or never. Have you ever considered it?
Me and Stephen talked about it. I told him the only way I'll ever do anything is if I get a pro card.
Fucking do it. If someone can do it, it's you. And if it's done right, you won't, I think. But I know nothing.
Yeah.
You won't have any problems with your mind or mental or something like that.
Yeah, I think my mental good. I'm saying I get a lot of allegations sometimes when I go on base to the gym. Yeah, but I like that's the deal me and Stephen made. I like if I get a pro card, then we can try something.
Okay.
Yeah. But he was like, "Oh yeah, we definitely can make that happen." But I wanna, I don't wanna do anything before. You know, in my mind, I really don't want to do it. But I think my mind will change. Like if I get an IFBB Pro card, because I understand that like in order to be successful, you know, I don't just want to have a car to say I got the car. You know, I would want to be like
Of course.
competitive. You know, but yeah, we'll see. Like for now, I enjoy being natty, and I enjoy like I think right now just like seeing from my first year with Stefan until now, you know, I just seen how much growth that I made, you know, and I think there's still room to grow. So you know, I just want to reach the max potential I can for right now, and you know, see.
Yeah, the age is the thing, you know.
I know, yeah, it is, yeah, it is, yeah.
And another question, because the reason I started steroids and still taking, to be honest, isn't the competition side of it. I want to see my physique peaked, maxed out. What is there in store for my DNA? I want to see it maxed out. Don't you have this kind of curiosity? Like you would look pretty sick in 2 years, I think. You know,
I think I would look crazy. Like I always say, like
you would look fucking incredible.
I think it would look crazy, like for sure.
That would be reason for me to start.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Especially like with eating, because I'm saying like I tell people all the time like I'm okay with eating the same things over and over. Like my I have no like every now and then I have like a cinnamon roll or something like that. You know, like
Of course.
not every day, but I'm okay with eating beef and rice and beef and potatoes every day and the same oatmeal. So like I think eating clean every day and just like on something like that, it would be insane.
Yeah.
I think it would be insane.
And I don't know.
Since we're already talking about cinnamon rolls, just a quick question: do you guys in Germany have cinnamon?
We don't have. So we used to have Cinnabon on base, but then they got rid of it.
Really?
I think
they got rid of it.
Dre, I think in Frankfurt
What?
they opened one. They opened one Cinnabon here in Frankfurt.
Cinnamon, but they used to have Cinnabon. It was way better. But now on base we have Barbarossa. Dude, they had the best cinnamon rolls I ever had in my life. Barbarossa, like it's insane.
And the gym there on the real is all in the base.
Yeah.
With like high ceilings. I love it. It's like warehouse.
Structured? Dre, tell them how's the base structured? Just give some insight, maybe.
Bro, it's
like
classified.
I was there. It was a cool thing for me. I mean, I guess Bo's there and he had the competition, but I was in the air base, and was like an own city. Also with a mall and they had Burger King. I remember, but this shit burned down.
Dre,
Yeah. We got
Dre,
5 guys on base now.
Dre, if you happen to get your hands on some Butterfingers, please let me know, man.
I got you. We used to have some, but if I find some, I'll let you know. We used to have them, but
Because
I don't know.
when it was like I think late 2010s or something, they just took it from the German market for whatever fucking reason, and I was like, what the hell? Even like back then when I was a kid, they used to have like Lunchables.
Yeah.
And they also removed that.
I don't know if we still got lunch. I thought we did. But I'll look for you some Butterfingers. I'll go tomorrow and look for you some. I'll try to find you.
Oh, it would be lovely, man. I'd really appreciate it.
I got you.
So, and for the viewers, Dre is one big reason lately, the past months, I've gave faith and Jesus a chance in my life.
Amen.
And yeah, it's not, I'm a mind that needs to see stuff to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But what I can take from religion and faith is the traditional values that I miss in today's society. And I tried it. I didn't believe in it at the start, to be honest, but I gave it a try. Every morning I say, Lord, please help me. And since then, everything is going better. And I can't explain why.
It's hard to explain.
It's the self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't know. That's fine as well. But yeah, thank you, Dre.
No problem, brother.
If you really want to do something for yourself in regards to it, you should probably read the Bible. Because as I don't want to put a caveat like that on it necessarily, but as crazy as it sounds, there is so much good stuff in it that if you were to put it into perspective in regards to like modern situations and how these have been handled and things you can learn from it, it's actually terrific. And I think more people should actually read it because, I mean, let's face it, there is not really a lot going on in regards to, um, let's say, conventional um, education about how to think about what you can do for your surroundings as a human being, and how basically our whole social construct and structure is basically framed, and as to why it is the way it is. And if you were to look a little bit deeper into the Bible, you can see so many references that have, because of the stories and everything, just put everything so well into perspective, so you can understand as to why we do certain things the way we do, and you can learn so much from it. That's at least my opinion.
And a lot of if you read it, you know, it's like the same thing happening over and over. Like, and even if we look at today's society, a lot of things we're doing today, it happened in the Bible a lot of time. I know a lot of people reject it and stuff like that. You know, I never try to force it on anyone. I just try to, like, my main thing is I try to live a life to be an example to others, you know, because that's what Yeshua asked us to do. So I just try to be an example. I don't force it on anyone. If somebody asks me, I tell them. But yeah, it talks about everything. Like in almost any and everything that we can encounter in life, there's some way that we can overcome it. You know, it talks a lot about, because I know for me, so it's a book called Philippians, and it's known as the most joyful book in the whole Bible. But it was when Paul was in prison, and I know my first prep, I leaned on that book a lot because, you know, it was my first prep. I didn't know what to expect for real, but it was about when you're going through hard things in life, you know, how do you overcome them? What do you find joy and stuff like that? Because I know sometimes we want to be happy all the time, but happy is never promised. You know, happy is circumstantial. Like, oh, I see my girlfriend today, I'm happy, but I don't see my girlfriend for a week, now I'm not happy. You know, but joy is like this thing that it's internal. You know, so we find joy in all things. So like, if I lose,
that's a very interesting point, because it comes down to the intrinsic motivation of most people, which is something that I think many people should more engage into or get in touch with, because it's something that gets so lost, because everything in this modern society is like, it's just external stimulus, you know. It's like instant gratification and shit like that, but it doesn't really talk about, or it doesn't even get you into the right mind frame to think about your intrinsic motivation for whatever the fuck you're doing. You know, you have to do a lot of like soul searching and fucking digging, and think about who you are, what you want, who you want to be, and what you're not, and therefore like understand what is your motivation for the things that you're doing. But since everybody's so distracted and it's all about external motivation, oh, if I do this, I can afford the newest iPhone or whatever the fuck, you know, that I think this is really missing in a lot of people. And if more people would know about their intrinsic motivations, I mean, we would all live a so much better life.
Yeah, I know. So like for me, I told Steph, and I did a fast. I did a fast for 7 days, like the beginning of the year. So I didn't eat for 16 hours a day. So I had an 8-hour window to eat. And I didn't go work out any of those days, but when I came out of the fast, I had like this verse, and it's still on my mind. Like every day is like Matthew 6:33. It says, "Seek ye first the kingdom and all its righteousness, and all things will be added unto you." And it kind of like makes sense, you know. Like a lot of times, like you said, in instant gratification, we want all the things of this world, but the Bible kind of like tells us to withstand from everything it tells us to stand for. The world tells us a different thing, you know, like it tells us to be patient, but we want instant gratification. It tells us to love, but we want to, you know, hurt. Like, it tells us to be grateful, we want to covet, or we want to envy people.
7 sins, or what is
it? The 7 deadly sins. So it tells us that we want to be greedy when we supposed to, you know, share and love and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of interesting, because for me, like I tell people, I had like a long time where I knew of God, but I didn't know God, you know. And it kind of like a very very hard thing to explain that, you know. But I remember his mom, we used to be married and stuff like that. But a lot of my life changed when I asked God to be in my life again, you know. So we split off, and I had a lot of growing to do, you know, emotionally and spiritually and physically too, you know. Like it was just like building myself back up. But I leaned a lot on the Bible and what Yeshua was telling me, and I kind of like become that person, because I, like, a lot of people know me now, they know like I'm kind and stuff, but I didn't used to be like this. Like I had a lot of anger and a lot of jealousy and a lot of, greed and a lot of feeling like things were, I deserved things that I didn't deserve, And now it kind of like life kind of humbled me a lot. And now I try not to take for granted, people I meet or, things that I'm able to do, especially like the gym and stuff like that. Like it's the mindset that I'm grateful that I get to go to the gym because I know it not only makes me better, but, I meet other people and I'm able to impact them positively and, just see, what their life is like, what stories they're going through because they can help me too,
You're like
Also, these experiences are also necessary for us in order to like really stand in for what we believe, because the only way that you can gain first and foremost confidence as a person, like in yourself, is to go through these hard things
100%.
and have something that you can hold on to, which is your beliefs about yourself, about your surroundings, about the kind of person that you want to be and that you want to be for other people. And you can only get there if you go through hardship and if you put yourself into these uncomfortable situations that will tell you a bit or two about what kind of person you really are. Because only if shit hits the fan, you're going to be exposed to these uncomfortable situations that will reveal your true self. And then you're going to be able to have this conversation with yourself. Do I want to be that person that reacts in this way? And this happens in our everyday life and like relationships, because this is obviously very important. Like if you have a significant other, like you can always actively decide in a certain situation on how you want to act based on what you believe in and what kind of person you want to be, right?
100%. And I think like our character, who we are, and more important than anything, like how I treat people, how I talk to people, how I, converse with people. It tells a lot about who a person is. Like, I think one of my biggest, I try to watch how people treat strangers, because you always treat somebody different that you treat them a certain way, how they are, so you know how to treat them. But how do you treat a stranger? And I think that's the big tell about who we are as a person, because if I go out on the street and I start treating strangers wrong, they're like, okay, I got a character flaw, But yeah, like you said, it's a lot of like who we are is dependent upon the hard things we go through. Like it says in the Bible, it said it wants your heart as soft as gold, but gold is only purified when it goes through fire. So when before it goes through fire, it's hard and it has a lot of impurities. But when you put gold on fire, all the impurities come out and it becomes super soft. And that's how it is. Sometimes we have to go through the fire and have our ass burned sometimes to like figure out like, yo, I can do this, or like maybe I need to fix this and stuff like that. So, and I think that's kind of why it plays into the part where I really don't complain with Stefan. Like one time I was me and Verena went on vacation somewhere, and Stefan was like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm good." He was like, "Bro, some seem fishy. Like, how are you?" He was like, "How are you always good?" And I'm like, "I just don't have no issues." Like,
yeah, I thought it was fishy because it was so everything was so good for so long, and I mean, I have different athletes, and also sometimes it's good, and then you realize, okay, something's really off for the last weeks.
Yeah.
So that's why I ask you. But it seems like it's good.
Yeah, it's good. I appreciate you, man. Like I would tell Verena all the time, I appreciate you a lot as a coach. Like I think sometimes one of these guys said it on the most recent podcast about like have the importance of having like the coach. No, because Icarus posted that he was talking about him and Laura's relationship, and I think that's important too, like the relationship. So because I was like
for the people, just saying for the people you don't know, I think Lord is coaching Icarus, so for the connection, yeah.
Like the relationship I had with you is like dope, because you funny and stuff like that, and I'm kind of like laid back and I like to laugh and stuff. So we know when to be serious and we know when to like lock in and stuff like that. And I think like.
But you're also funny. You're also cracking some jokes.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
But sometimes you just need to remember the iced tea situation,
Hey, you know what? I knew you were gonna say something about that. I knew you were gonna say something about that.
You want to tell?
So the first time that Stefan came to my house, so I used to do chewing tobacco. It's kind of like a stress reliever. So I used to do it when I was in prep because it just like take my mind off of just chilling. And so he came to my house. This was before the show I had on base, and he was like, "Hey, bro, what is that?" And I was like, "It's chewing tobacco." because I was spinning like this little tea bottle, and he was like, what is chewing tobacco? I was like, you put it in your, dip, and you just spit in the bottle. He was like, Ickelhoff.
Man, it's so gross. I didn't realize that he's doing this. So there was a nasty ice tea bottle there, and it was like it looked like man, it looked like dirt, and he always spit it in there. It was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, and the only thing he said, he was like, oh, well, it help you lose water, so keep doing it.
So maybe it really releases stress. So did you still do it?
I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
No, I stopped. Yeah, I don't do any tobacco.
Now you're anymore. On those snooze. Where
I don't do that
you
either.
Put in your mouth. Those.
I don't do anything.
Really?
Nothing.
No smoking. Nothing.
Nothing.
So you're completely off the nicotine.
Yeah, Verena stopped on 1 December. So like we haven't done anything since like 1 December.
That's good. Nice. It's really good for your health.
Yeah, we just wanted to stop.
Now there's some space for health when you start steroids because you're not doing nicotine.
He already talked about it.
I have to ask something because we talked about the Bible a lot.
Yeah.
In the Bible, there's written that the earth is flat, I think, in some kind of way, and there's a dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you talk about this today?
Say about that, Mr. Lord?
Oh man. Oh, obviously I can go on a lot about that.
I'm a flat earther, bro. I believe in that. And I was a flat earther before I even read the Bible. Because it just makes sense.
I'm saying people gonna destroy us about this, but I believe this is what I believe. I believe the sun is local. I think it's like not as far as people think it is. I don't think it's 93 million miles away, and I also think the sun circulates the earth. I don't think the earth circulates the sun.
Yeah. The map. There's the map, and it's with the time explained.
I'm saying I believe it.
There's a claim right here.
I believe
it. And one proof of that is in the winter, the earth is actually near on the sun than in the summer.
I think the sun is further away from the center of Earth in the winter. So that's why we have longer dark days in the winter, and then we have shorter dark days in the summer.
Yeah, I have seen it all. I'm completely with you.
Yeah. I'm saying people gonna be very upset that we're saying this, but I really do believe that.
They can tell us. They can tell us in the comment section.
Yeah.
And man, did they already follow the channel? No, I don't think so. You can hit follow now if you want to. If you're listening until this point, just hit follow. It helps a lot. Kickstarter for the podcast channel.
But you don't have to if you don't want. It's okay.
You need to.
Still love you regardless.
You need to. Hello. They need to.
We still love you regardless.
Yeah.
But you should follow.
Yeah, you should still. And you can hit like and comment and send it to your friends, man.
The like button.
So is anything else to be discussed or you have something on your heart?
My heart. Yeah, I want to.
You want me to tear you guys apart in regards to general relativity and shit like that?
Go for it.
Yeah, because you say the Earth is flat, and
yeah, give it.
Go for
it. I still will believe. What? Look at the fly routes. Look at the plane routes.
Yeah. Why does it? So look, I want to ask you this. Why does so a lot of people are gonna say, oh, because of the pattern. But why does it make sense if Germany's right here, UK is right here, and the United States is over here? Why do I need to fly to the UK to go to the US? No, because it's flat, and I think Germany's here, UK's here, and the US is right here.
Or if you want to fly like from Mexico City to Australia, you have to stop in like Africa, Johannesburg, which is up, instead of flying the straight. But if you put it on a plane, on a flat Earth map, it makes sense because it's a straight line.
Also, Amelia Earhart flew around the transatlantic flight, 20s, 30s. There was no globe. There was no globe map. It was a flat map.
Bruh. Okay.
But it's okay. You can live in that matrix.
saying it all, I think. I have an opinion about this because I think that it's not flat, but it's my humble opinion, and I think also the
Okay. Wait. Answer me one thing. If it was flat, how come that if plane that is, for example, let's say, like, because there have been experiments with atomic clocks, which are obviously the most precise clocks that we have, right? Mm-hmm. So why is it then if there is one clock set at the same time as another clock, and I put the other clock in an airplane or in a moved object, why is that clock going to tick slower and come up with a different time measurement than the clock that is not moved?
Probably atmospheric pressure. I can't answer that question.
What the fuck does it have to do with
the answer?
What the fuck does it have to do with flat Earth?
The answer is gravity. And if we have something that, like, obviously arguments for gravity, you can't argue for the Earth being flat.
Why you can't have gravity with a flat Earth?
That makes no sense. Where's the center of gravity? How is that supposed to work with a flat object?
What's the equation of gravity?
Didn't people flew around the world? Or isn't there satellites who's...
And even so, maybe don't believe the government. They can put their fake study and experiment and say, yeah, this
has nothing to do with the government. Fucking do this is general relativity.
You know why I think it's fake? You know one recent thing that made me think it's fake? Everything they tell us is fake. So they just had these two astronauts. They were supposed to go to space for like a month.
Yeah, the one said like something, and the Armstrong did like this.
Yeah, so they were supposed to go to space for like a month, and then it ended up being like 6 months. But when it was 6 months, it was December, and they had Christmas hats. How did they have Christmas hats? Did they know they were gonna stay there 6 months when it's supposed to be there 1 month? Like, I believe all this stuff they tell us is false.
Government.
But can you please repeat? Can you please repeat what you just told me, because I didn't understand it completely?
I'm talking science, not politics.
No,
and media.
But connected.
Media, it's all connected for sure. Because so what I said recently was they had these two astronauts that were supposed to go to space in July, and they were supposed to be there for a month.
Yes.
But they ended up being there for 6 months, which means they ended up there in December, and they had Christmas hats. So how did they get Christmas hats? Did they know they were going to stay there 6 months, or were they supposed to be there 1 month? Okay. Also, the crazy part is we apparently went to the moon in the 60s, but now they're saying that we don't have the capabilities to go to the moon. Like, bro, we are like 10 million times more advanced now than we were in the 60s.
This has nothing to do with general relativity.
And they went to the moon, and they didn't take back not one rock in the 60s, that is.
What does that have to do with the Earth being flat? It's not an argument for it.
No, it's connected. This is what I'm saying.
Conspiracy theory.
The Earth being flat is a representation of every fucking lying conspiracy theory, which is actually real. And you know what the reason is for this? You know what? They give you fucking, there's a big bang from nothing and blah, 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 because people want answers, and the Bible and faith has given those answers, but they want people away from faith. So the monopoly, the guys, girls that rule the world, that they are the gods. You know, they want people.
It doesn't even make sense if there is a particular department in general physics at this moment that is trying to search about the actual concept that the universe is infinite.
Bro, but it's
we cannot no, are you fucking go?
Okay, bro. 2 years ago, you couldn't even write on Facebook that you are transphobic or something for COVID. You get fucking blocked. And you're gonna tell me that if some scientist finds something that proves the opposite or what they don't want to hear, they don't gonna shut them down. Bro, please wake up. Wake up, brother. You have to get out of the matrix.
How do you get out of the matrix?
Dre, are you disagreeing with anything I said?
No, I'm not, no.
Bro, it's in the word
we conclude at the end, you tell me the Earth is flat.
I do stocks, Stefan. I do stocks. I look at fucking stocks from war stocks, like from companies that sell weapons and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And 3 days before something happens, they rise. Like the information and the intel they...
Yeah, but still, it's a different story. It's not about the Earth is flat. It's completely different now.
Definitely. You need some mental growth, some spiritual growth, bro. And you need to open your mind to the possibility, if you even open your
Maybe
mind to
it's
the
flat, who knows?
possibility,
But I don't
Like,
think that the
yeah.
Lord thinks that it's flat. Or what do you say?
I'm happy if both of you give it 1% possibility. That's all I
It
ask.
could be everything. I haven't seen it. So
And neither will you. And why
who knows?
will you?
Who knows?
If someone comes now to the streets, from the streets, and tell you, hey bro, you should take this cycle, would you listen to him, or would you ask or think about it? No, you would do it. You wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, but
I
why
would
do
do
you
it for
listen?
sure.
Why do you listen to some asshole in the school that tells you what they told him to tell you? Like it's the same thing. What is a government? It's people
So
like
where's the proof that the Earth is flat? Tell
Where's
me.
the proof that it's round? And how do you know it's not made up? Everything. Have you been to space?
I've not been to space.
They went to space, bro. And in the one picture, the Earth looks like a tiny ball, and in the next picture, it's like it's in front of you, like really big, from the same.
Okay.
Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know that, man. I don't know. And
The moon landing is proven to be fake. It's proven.
Let's listen to Lord. What Lord say? Lord, Lil.
He just left. I think. Okay. Renee just left, and we're almost 2 hours in.
Truth
So
hurts. The
let's
truth
just end it
fucking
right here because I'm hungry. My wife is also hungry. The dogs are hungry.
What does your wife think? Is it round or flat?
Yazi, do you want to tell them at the end of this podcast, is the Earth flat
Hello, Jazzy.
or is it round? So,
Look,
that
it's
says
flat.
it all, man. This says it
Flat,
all.
bro. She did like this.
So, I wish you a nice one. Bye
Thank
bye.
you for having me.
I wish you a nice one too, my
I wish
friend.
you a nice one. Goodbye, goodbye.